Welcome to 4th&1, where I always got it done. Bringing facts by the ton before the rising of the sun. But this ain't me in the shotgun. Fictitious football being caught. Fictitious football being thrown back out. This is me in front of your TV having a whole lot of fun. Hey, special shout out to the Barstool team, man. We're in Chicago, Illinois with it. You dig what I'm saying? They've been so kind to allow Boogie and the Boogettes, or Iconic and Cam, the Iconic Saga team, and we have a special guest. You know who Brandon Marshall is. He needs no introduction. Let's rock and roll. First down.
Hut, hut.
Let's see what we got.
Hut.
We got a little lateral.
Por izquierda, una por derecha, viene por el centro, Keenan Allen, y luego con Austin Eckler.
Okay, hey, so this is extremely smart. So I'll say this, and Brandon, you've seen this kind of schematic in
Hook and lateral.
in the NFL though, but check this out. Go back real quick. So boom, pause it. This is like 3rd and 17,
Yep.
and it's not the end of the game.
Okay.
So this is extremely smart for the Chargers. This is to attack teams, how teams kind of get into that fence coverage or that fence defense, and as soon as the ball is completed, they all just swarm to protect the stick, so to speak. So what the Chargers did was draw them, with Keenan Allen, and then Keenan Allen then throws the lateral to a different destination and landmark. This is pristine coaching right there, and just understanding the situation.
It's like more creative. Like it's so like the creativity coming to life. Those are the type of play callers. This Kellen Moore there now. Kellen Moore was with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
They booted him out there, and you had Coach McCarthy, Coach Mike McCarthy. He wanted to call the plays. He was sitting in Appleton, Wisconsin, drawing up certain things. Kellen Moore probably took it from him. This is creativity.
Yeah, absolutely. But we've seen this happen. Reggie Bush. We've seen Travis Kelce, try to do it as well. And football is a sport that has hidden oasis rules that's in it. We can still lateral the ball, and it's just like a lost art. You know what I'm saying? Like mid-range in basketball. But people are still capable of doing it. And when it's executed like this, it kind of seems like a trick play, but it's just an average play.
But the biggest thing that you said earlier is key is, like, usually you see this in those gotta-have-it moments.
Yeah.
The game is on the line, situational football. This is 3rd and 17, not at the end of the game.
Right.
So this is what I love about this play is, like, they brought this out. They're like, 3rd and 17, most teams are going to do what? A draw, run play, maybe a screen.
Right.
But they didn't give up, and they picked it up.
Have y'all ever been in that situation in a game?
That defense is, and I hate that you don't have the coach's copy where you can see what I'm saying. Like most defenders, I can guarantee there's a softness in the defense that they just wait for the completion to happen. And you can see everybody converging. Rewind that one more time. You see number 6, he's converging, right? Not realizing like, there's other eligible receivers that can still get the ball or offensive players post catch. And it just works to perfection.
But have y'all been in the game and had to do the lateral? Like,
oh yeah, for sure. I've lateraled the ball like at least 3 times in my career, for sure. But it's like, to Cam's point, it's usually at the end of the game, and this is pretty cool that we're not in that situation.
Hold on, were they fumbles though? They weren't.
Hook and lateral, pitch it? No, 100%. Not always 100% picking up the first down. Teams don't do this often, because there's a lack of creativity. Like, there's a lot of coaches still running Bill Walsh's plays from the 80s, So, like, this is what I love about this play is that the situation, most teams will just run a draw, run a screen.
Safe, conservative.
You be safe. Hey, we'll punt the ball away. But, no, they went for it. And so this is a creative coach. This is Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
This is Kellen Moore. He's the offensive coordinator.
There's a coach by the name of Andy Reid that is a think outside the box type of guy to really make the ship kind of row. And this play schematic is, outside the box too. So next clip.
What in the sheepskin? Is that a sheep?
What are we doing?
What is that?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Oh, you did.
Oh, that's at the Broncos game, guy.
yeah.
Boom.
You got a little man trying to stay on. Would y'all put y'all kid on that?
I would.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. This is a life lesson right now, chosen. Comitis, Caesar, Poon. hold on for dear life. When things get tough, just hold on, baby. Hold on. Yeah.
That kid wouldn't be. If that was my kid and you fall in the first 5 yards, you're not coming home.
Man,
like
do
what?
you hold on or get drugged down the field though?
They better hold on. You fight. What are we doing? We out here to compete.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that moment you got to make that decision. When that half of that body on the ground and you still holding on, like.
See, my kids are a little aggressive, and I would want Peter to come after me, because if my children get on that sheet, they're gonna jump back on it and just get mad that they fell off.
Gang effort too.
I mean, bro,
right?
Look, this won't be a good game for the Newton household, but
Zoe would get so mad and so frustrated if he fell off in the first 5-10. If he didn't even win. If he didn't cross the goal line, he would get so frustrated and start crying, and then he would probably, get back up there and hold on for dear life and get it done. Ziggy, she going to go off and dance somewhere. She'll be over there with the cheerleaders. Yeah, and Z will probably be the one to get it done the first time around.
Yeah.
I like
Next
that.
clip, here we go.
We got CJ Stroud.
Killing it, by the way.
He did the baby boy knockout scene.
Wow. See, that's showman right there. That's what the game needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really appreciate this whole choreography of hey, yo, bro, this is what we gonna do. The fans love it, the players love it, and the league needs more of it. And challenging the status quo of just celebratory, this embodies team at its all-time heights, right? Let me count them. Keep going. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is everybody. And probably the people who weren't in, they probably was on the field goal unit. And that's really what the game needs. They need unison celebrations that brings the team closer. And CJ Stroud, man, I commend you and the Texans, the offensive unit for this, bro.
I don't love it.
What?
I know. I was waiting until you finished. I don't love it because, bro, it was like probably you guys was doing this. You may have brought this to the NFL, like bringing the whole team together and everybody in the end zone. It was a whole vibe, right? And it just happened organically. There was a shift when defensive players started celebrating. I think it may have been like 2017, 18. There was some type of rule change where now a DB get a pick. They sprint 50 yards right to the end zone, and now they posing doing all that. And then you start seeing celebrations like this. The reason why I don't love it is because on Wednesday we're working on this. Thursday we're thinking about this. Friday we're doing it again. It's a distraction. I need to be focused on, I got to beat Darrelle Revis. I'm not focused on this celebration.
But did you ever celebrate?
No, I didn't.
Never?
Never, ever celebrated. I did one corny celebration. I did a snowman. I got fined $5,000 for it. Never celebrated again.
What was your best celebration, Cam?
Hold on.
Don't skip over the chapter yet. Hold on. No smart notes.
Don't skip over him not being fined for celebrations. He was fined for his antics.
No. See, that's the problem.
Have you ever got fined for any antics?
What type of antics?
Exactly.
Hold on. On the field antics.
I don't care what it was.
On the field antics, no. See, that's the problem. I never even got a personal foul. I never got unsportsmanlike conduct. Like, I was like the ultimate pro on the field. That wasn't the problem. The problem was when I was going to Atlanta the first 4 years of my career. What is he going to do in February, in March, in April? Like, what's happening? Okay. I missed a month too. What is that? January, February, March. That was right.
What you're talking about, not liking celebratory actions as a unit, as a cohesion, right? Is that a, can I use that the right way?
Cohesive unit.
Cohesive unit.
Okay.
It brings the team closer.
I agree.
It's not a distraction. If anything, you should know more than anybody. The more that you know about a person off of the grid of football normacy, that brings you closer. For somebody to say, yo, bro, let's reenact Baby Boy. Hold up. You like Baby Boy? Hell yeah, that's my best movie. That's my favorite movie. Wow, let's do this scene. No, let's do that scene. All right, cool. Fuck it. Let's do this. That's bringing the team closer.
We can't do that dinner?
And not only that, it's giving even the more caveat to want to score.
That is true.
Let's do it. Hey, what you doing? Oh, yeah.
But the crowd, even from a fan, the crowd is going to be ready for you to score just to see what you about to
It's
do.
the follow-up now. Like, everybody knows
We
that.
supposed to do that.
the
But you
Texans
scoring
have this in the
touchdowns
bag.
and selling tickets at the same time.
I don't know. I agree with Cam's saying, but I can do that at dinner. We
But
can do
who's
that
going to
playing
see it? For the
cards.
fan, who is going to see it?
Okay.
But he's talking about bringing the team
I call
together.
cap.
We can do that. You know
call
what I'm
cap.
saying?
Tell me a time where you've been to dinner with multiple position groups on the road. Not the year end, not before the season, kind of like you have your clique, you have your gang of people that you kind of stick to.
That's true.
So you
Two or
can't,
three dudes you run with, you land
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock. Where we going to dinner?
boom, you got to meet in at
lobby.
8, boom.
And this option is cheaper.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't know. I guess for me, I never celebrated. That was just my thing. It was like business. Like I'm partying after. What we doing after the game? That's what I'm on. We win. You did your job. I did my job. What we doing after?
So you got Frosty the Snowman celebration. What's your favorite?
He
your
said
best
Frosty.
What's your best celebration?
Backstory, it was probably the twist for the
And then
Dallas game, right?
yeah.
And I was getting flack at the time. During that year, we had played the Tennessee Titans. It was in Nashville, and a fan had wrote to the news station and was like, Cam Newton is not good for business for the NFL. He's actually, making the game a bad place, whatever it was. After that, I took that as a challenge to say, you know what? Well, maybe if I do a dance that then maybe it'll be accepted. So I was doing my research, and like back in the day, they used to do the twist.
Yeah.
And then like I did the, something that was just like whatever. And then I just hit it at the end.
Yeah. I actually love that, but see, that's the problem. Look how much he's putting into that. He put 3 hours throughout
Okay,
the
I'm about to
week
kill
thinking
him.
about that.
I'm about to kill him.
I did research the twist, and then I hit him with the and that. And he was in the mirror. Have you ever?
Did you practice?
Have you
that?
ever practiced?
That's a question.
Always.
So when?
Always.
Tell us when. Is it like I just got out the shower before the game, or the night in the hotel the night before? When did you practice?
Because this guy we're at dinner last night,
And
and he was like, watch Law of Attraction.
Mm.
So this was my way of having Law of Attraction. I was not going to be prepared for a moment that I did have, rather than be prepared for a moment that I didn't have.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. It's better to be prepared for a moment that you do not have, rather than not be prepared for a moment you do have. So whether I scored or not, I already knew what I was going to do. I had already trained my mind to say, okay, when we score or when I score, this is what I'm going to do. Every celebration, going back to high school, college, to even in the NFL, like I knew what I was going to do. It was like that routine where I was like, yo, this week, like they talking shit like this, boom. Now I'm going to cue up how I'm going to respond to it. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, I tried. Like, I tried when I was in the Denver Broncos. It might have been like 2009. And I'm like, all right, let me figure this out. So it's like a Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know if it was like my Dougie came out or whatnot. Teach me how to Dougie. I don't even know what was one of those viral dances. I'm sitting up there, man, for about 3 hours sweating, trying to do the Dougie. I'm like, this is not going to work. I'm over this. Hand the ball to the ref. Done. Hey, but look, I will say this, though. In retrospect, I wish I found a way to be a little bit more creative. I took the game a little too serious. If I found a way, to be creative, maybe it would have helped the brand. Maybe I would have got more opportunities.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I blame your teammates and I blame you.
Ooh. Okay.
Because it's like, for me, I
had Jay Cutler, bro.
That's cool. That ain't
No, what I'm
Jake's
saying is-
responsibility. That's Alshon's responsibility.
Really?
That's
Why
the
so?
tight end. It's like you guys have that connectivity. Like, yeah, pop your shit, motherfucker. Yeah,
You
spot
gotta have
that
your hype
motherfucker.
crew.
Yeah, motherfucker. It's more than just looking at each other in the nose and then like, yeah,
That's what we were doing. That's what we was doing.
Nose on nose, man.
It was
Yeah.
one of
Knee
them.
to knee,
Like,
man.
everybody already knew, and then if I gave one of these, they knew. Oh, it's about to go.
Give me
down.
space.
Just let
It's
me
about to go down.
rock. Let me rock. You know what I'm saying? And even when I think about some of the celebrations that I had, I remember in 2017 we played in New England, and this is when standing up or kneeling for the anthem was like a big deal, and everybody was asking majority of the minority players like, yo, you gonna stand with Kaepernick? I was like, yo, there's many different ways to make an impact. And when I scored, I raised my fist and for Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily kneel, but at the same time, I wanted my presence to be felt in a way that, yo, let me get this off. Let me send my message in a way that, you know, everybody knows, like, okay, I see what he did with that, you know. And it's just, like I said, law of attraction, bro.
So let me ask you this question before we move on. The best football player when it came to celebrating, who inspired you the most? Did you study anybody? Did you watch anybody? Who was that guy?
I don't think it's a one in particular, because showmans have always came in sports, baseball, basketball, boxing. You think about the Alis of the world. I think a person who we all can kind of say, like, yo, I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the end zone. Ocho, you got Antonio Brown, Odell.
T.O. was
T.O. for sure.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are guys that's like, man, just score. Like, I don't give a damn what he do. Just score, you know. And I just wanted to be one of those guys, too, that was like, yo, at some particular point, I was always going to hit the Superman.
That's crazy, because I never put you, like, I never even thought about putting you in that category of, like, top 5 from a celebration standpoint. But you really was doing that. That dad was crazy. Everything, the Superman, all of that. You used to hand the ball to a kid.
Yeah.
You did that.
Yeah.
But you got, before we move on, bro, who was the all-time? Take yourself out of it. Who you got to go give me the number one person. If you had to pick one person.
Of the generation now?
Period. Like, no, I'm talking about.
It's Odell.
Odell's It's
Odell.
You got Odell 1 over Ocho? Over T.O.?
Like I would say.
Wow, but that's not bad.
That's
No,
not bad.
listen. I would say Odell, T.O., Ocho. Because Odell, bro, like, he has this charisma about him. Like, he knows how to dance.
Right.
Yeah. And it's always in good face to, like, he takes that 15 seconds and he maxes out on it. You know what I'm saying? I think T.O. and Ocho had something similar where they were using props. Odell doesn't use props. But, you know, using the Hall of Fame jacket, the popcorn, running to the middle of the field. I got that when I went back to Carolina too. T.O. inspired.
The one with your helmet off?
No, when I came back to Carolina,
The first game back,
I scored.
I ain't like that.
It's okay. It's just not about you right now, Brandon. This was one of those things where it's like, yo, man, I wanted to go into the middle of the field and let people know, Charlotte, it's mine. It will always be mine.
Oh.
And boom, did the Superman right in the middle of the field. And yeah, it was an iconic moment. Shout out to I Am Iconic. Yeah.
Was that the one when you said I'm back?
That's
the one I'm talking about.
That was the
game
game
after.
before.
Oh, man, I was like, how did that feel? Because that was like going to be like a legendary story. You come back, you won the first one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
out of nowhere.
Yeah, I didn't start, but
2
you
days
won it,
since
and then
after
did you feel the energy? Like, yo, I'm about to come back and we about to run the table, and then it's really, really mine.
yeah,
And it was the first place he played
yeah.
in
It was so
Arizona.
many-
His rookie year was his first game. First game back with Carolina. Started again in Arizona.
Yeah, I was like, man, this is going to be a legend, like one of the biggest sports stories ever.
And then the offensive coordinator got fired 2 weeks after I came.
That was the problem?
There was a lot of problems, but that was one amongst many.
Why did they fire him?
Who knows?
And who was it? Who was the OC?
Joe Brady,
Oh, Joe Brady was there. Joe Brady now is with
the OC at
Josh
the Bills now. Yeah, but we're getting sidetracked. Hey, next clip.
You got famous Jameis.
Busting you inside your motherfucking forehead. And if your friends jump in, oh girl, that be more dead. Not an confusion, disturbing the peace.
So
not an
Atlanta
illusion.
Falcons had Ludacris coming from the ceiling
he's a
performing.
gold killer. Is that a bump on your ass? No, killer. Do 100 on the highway. And if you do the speed limit, you can get the fuck out of my way.
What? Amen.
Okay, Jameis, let's can we keep it funky?
yes.
Jameis corny as fuck, bro. He is, bro. I love him to death, but bro, he's just one of those friends that you like, bro, sit your lame ass down, bro. You getting out of hand.
Yeah.
I would hate to see him drunk. I would hate to see him just like in his element, because it's like, bro, Jameis, you don't sit your goofy ass down somewhere, bro. Like, watch out, man, for somebody to get me on camera You know what I'm saying? Igniting this shit.
And he's singing to Derek Carr.
But look at Derek Carr. He feeling the same way Cam feel. He like, yo.
Get your dumb ass.
He trying to like, yo, okay, cool. But, bro, move on. Like
he like a gnat right now, bro. Like, damn.
Head down. That's
Carr,
like no.
Yeah.
Carr don't care about this. Look,
Yeah.
do you think – I agree with you there. But do you think Jameis knows? Like, there's some people that don't know they corny. Some people know they corny, they lean into it.
I don't
think he give a fuck.
Okay, I don't think Jameis, he thinks he's cool. But I
no way.
think Russell knows that everybody knows.
Don't do that. That's my guy.
Dun, dun, dun.
But that doesn't matter. That doesn't make you a bad person if you're just not cool. Like, we all got uncles, family members that is just like, bro, this dude is just corny, but I love him though. Man, come on, bro. Like, yeah, we about to go out, dog.
Is cool you or what other people think of you?
It's you, and that's the thing. But you know, it's discretionary to how people's energy towards you. It's like if you get a lot of these looks, all right.
I got a good question for you.
Talk to me.
Keep it funky.
Mm-hmm.
Am I corny?
I think your music selection is not as good as my music selection.
We ain't doing past the aux. I'm saying, am I corny?
No,
Because I've gotten that before, but I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
no.
but I've gotten like, yo, you corny.
Nah, corny
Shady
is.
used to tell me that a lot.
No.
Remember, Shady was like, you corny.
Nah, bro. It's like corny is like when you. Okay, corny is this when your punchlines don't hit. You know what I'm saying? Like It's like, hey, bro, blase blah.
What?
Blase blah. Okay, like it could strike one.
Right.
Bro, like last night was a blase blah. Oh, for real? Then it's like, bro, it's lit in here. It's like blase blah. All right. Like when your punchlines don't hit, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's just like describing somebody like, bro, shawty was thick as doggone cold peanut butter, boy. Like, ooh. Shawty was finer than a damn, you know what I mean? Like, you just got to put that shit together, like.
But what's the response if you call corny? Like, if somebody like, Cam, you corny.
So, like, that's what a corny person to say. So, a person who cool, they gonna get defensive. You're like, man, shut your corny ass up. Corny? Man, you shut your you know what I mean?
I know what I am, but what are
I
you?
think it's the opposite. I feel like a corny person, a dude who's cool ain't gonna really respond. You feel me? A dude who's corny, they gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, defend themselves. So I feel like it's the opposite. No?
Nah, bro.
I'm corny right now?
It's like, this is the all-time corny, like, bro, the eating the dubs.
Oh,
Jameis, I would have just, like, bro.
Yeah, that was.
The dub buffet.
Yo, I saw a clip on Twitter, and it was a speech that he gave at Florida State before they went to the championship, talking about being undefeated.
Yeah.
It was the most legendary, corniest speech in the world. But it was so good. I hopefully we find this clip. It was so good.
I saw that too. But I'm going to tell you this. You don't have to motivate that Florida State team. It's like one of the top 5 greatest football rosters of all time.
Wow.
So,
Right there.
come on now.
But it's like that. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked you the question. Do you think he's corny? Because like when you can tell his teammates be like, "This is just Jay.
This
is just him."
Look,
You like love it though, but you fall in love with it.
If we were on the same team, I would probably be somewhere like, look at this lame man. Hold on. What'd you say, Jameis?
Yeah.
You gonna do the slide down out the seat?
Yeah. Hold on. What you say? Hold on, we didn't hear what you said, bro. Eat a dub. But get your dumb ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations like we all got the teammates as jokesters that's like, hold on. We got lame coaches too. Shit, to be honest with you, we got lame ownership too. Like, look at this lame man.
Right.
Goddamn money. And he wearing these damn, look at him.
Can't unlame a lane.
Can't unlame a lane. It don't matter how much money you got. But needless to say, next clip. That's Philly for you.
Bro, what would you if your kid did that to somebody?
And I'm slapping him in his shit. No, like for real. I'm slapping him.
Your kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even,
We ain't playing that way.
no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we not playing
I even
that
had
way.
to check my son sometimes. It's about like, I got a sailor's tongue sometimes, and he's at that age, 17, feeling himself. We just came from the holidays playing spades. And he's, popping this shit a little bit, but then I give him a look like, hey, that's a little bit too many doggone curse words that you're putting together, bit, bro. Let's reel it back in.
Right. Now.
All right, come on now. It's just too many beep beep. If those beep beep sound like you dialing somebody, that's too much.
It's too much.
I get beep 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 beep. No. See that? It's borderline corny at that particular point.
Right.
That's one of my fears for my children too. Like, don't try. Just be.
Will he ever be able to be around you? Let's say when he's 22, can he, can he curse? Can he?
Yeah, but I'll still always have that. Yo, easy.
Yeah, right. Okay.
There's ways to express yourself without using that type of language or those type of gestures, and it's like a sign of respect too. Like, even though when I'm around my friends, I can curse, but then as soon as I get around my father or I get around my mom or my grandma, it just stops for some reason.
Right.
Boy, shut up! Boy, get out my face.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. So.
But what I will say to that clip, though, I'm not surprised that he's in Philly, right?
Yeah.
We talk about the fan bases. It's extremely wild. Philly, you got the Raiders.
Boston.
Oh yeah.
Boston's wild too, but that's a different wild.
Buck wild.
Yeah, that's a different wild. You don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
New Orleans is bad too.
New Orleans is bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
They're disrespectful?
Yeah.
It's just a different type of energy down there. See, all those fan bases, they were Caucasian.
Yeah.
So they gonna say something. New Orleans, they gonna do something.
Okay. He'll put some hands on you.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And they get on. It's just a bunch of pearls.
Right.
Getting like, oh my goodness. Here we go. Second down. Questionable calls of the week. What we got? Let's rock and roll. Oh, he fell.
It's the pile up.
He fell. They don't see it either.
Whoa.
Didn't
No
they
way.
lose?
No way.
That's like, y'all got to cue in the Little Giants.
I said that.
Look, cue in the Little Giants. It's like, that's the blind leading the blind right there. That is like the ultimate fail in front of everybody. Because just imagine what the crowd is saying. Like, yeah! Oh,
Damn, get your ass up.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's Oklahoma,
Yeah, I
too.
know.
That's Oklahoma.
It's that 5 p.m.
Yeah.
That's a traffic jam for sure.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's bad. Here we go. Next clip.
Well, Alex, you've been in his position, retiring and then watching the game from a distance. Do you agree with Tom Brady?
I mean, a lot here, Sam. First off, he hasn't been retired that long. He was just playing. Like, he just won a Super Bowl in the current game. Like, is he discounting that one? My biggest complaint with this, he played in the most uncompetitive division, I think, in NFL history. Like, I completely disagree with this. I know he's referencing the rule changes over the middle to the receiver, but in my opinion, I think the game's gotten better. Listen, he's referencing also that offense is down, right? Like the numbers this year. To me, I kind of think we're in a golden age of D linemen.
Listen, I got to preface this. I created this show just to be able to hold people accountable in the media, in front of the camera, behind the camera, on the field, off the field, from reporters to ball boys to current and former players. I think Brady was on some hate and shit right there. It's like it's one of those, like, he can make that statement, but he didn't have to make that statement.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a lot of mediocrity in it today's, and I'm like, bro, Brady, all due respect, a lot of people will never achieve, not in our lifetime, what he was able to do. And
half of what he was able to do.
yeah, but it's like, bro, you him.
Right.
Look, it's one of them Shadur moments where it's like, bro, you just post a doggone a Twitter pic or like an Instagram pic of all your rings. It's like, if I was in, who knows if I would have had another ring filled with the
Right.
You know, but you don't see Jordan doing this. You know, you don't see Tiger at his height of his career, you know what I'm saying, doing that. But I was just expected more from
Right.
Brady.
I mean, that's the tough spot when, you got a mic and you got a platform. It's like, what you going to do with it? I mean, I think there's some truth to it. First off, I love
it's a lot of truth. It's a lot of truth to it, but it's the source.
You saying, why you?
Yeah.
You don't got to do that.
Nah, not you, bro.
I love Alex Smith, though. Like, Alex Smith, first off, for him to, like, you can see him, like, he's getting into his bag, but he had a major point there. You talk about 20 years, that division was really weak. Miami Dolphins, I played for the Dolphins. No chance going against the Patriots, right? Buffalo Bills. Before Josh Allen, name the quarterbacks. There's 17 quarterbacks.
Damn.
Right? And then you think about the Jets. They had a couple years with Rex Ryan where they were competitive. Outside of that, it was the easiest division, which is crazy. Now, I'm not taking that. That don't take anything away from Tom Brady, but just put him in a different division. Does Tom Brady still win 7 rings?
NFC South back then. Could he do it?
Yeah, but then he goes to a very soft market in the NFC South.
Yeah.
It's like he knew when to leave.
Yeah, but man, bro, let's not dim his lights now.
Nah,
He's won at a high level. And Tom, stop playing my dog, B. Marsh. She wants you to come on I Am Athlete too. You being petty.
You gonna be petty.
Like, stop doing that.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Please.
This whole debate, who contribute more to the, I don't even know if you should call it a dynasty, double dynasty. I don't know the name for it. Bill Belichick or Tom Brady. You played for Bill Belichick. A lot of people now are saying it's all Tom. So who do you think? Is it 50-50 or is it 60 Tom, 40 Bill?
No, I can't speak on the person who I never played with. I think when you're talking about Belichick, I had an opportunity to be around him. I've seen his work, in real time. And obviously coming a year after Brady, the whispers were still there. Like Brady would do this or, he would do that. And this would be his spots that he would go to. And I was like, bro, I'm not Tom Brady, bro, respectfully.
Right.
Like, and I try to compare and speak on a person who I don't necessarily know that well. I do know Belichick's system works. Is it working now? No. But that doesn't discredit his ability to have generated success from mediocre talent, some would say. Not high draft picks, very, getting a great rapport with doing more with less rather than less with more. You can't name me, and even in his teams who were first-round draft picks.
Yeah, right.
Because they're like, who? Kyle Duggar? Like, what school did he go to? You know what I'm saying? And it's like those are the guys that he seeks. Is like football players, not position players.
Right.
Football players. Every single one of his DBs can very well be a weak side linebacker, a nickel, a cornerback, and or a safety. I think Brady is a person who benefited off of the culture that he inherited, and it created a monster, a great sports monster. For the sake of the question, but to this point is a very questionable call by Brady, which we expect so much more from. Yeah, next clip.
So at the Falcons game, we had a lot of action on the field and even more off the field. T.I. and his son got into a little spat.
Have you ever woke up with a roach on your face? Here. No, that's not the goal. All right, then. So there it goes. Or in your ear. I don't know what you're talking about. I got in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all want to go to the bando in my neighborhood to make him look better. He said he know not true. Silver spoon. I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life. Nigga, you did have a silver spoon. Look, Tip used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the fight. You cried like a baby to go to your grandma's house. Every day. I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood. That's why I want to be over there. But they don't understand that.
So it started off as them joking, and it kind of ended up with them really like being held back and forth.
First and foremost, let's hold on. First and foremost, and T.I. is a person who I respect, him and his wife Tiny. The issue here that could have been nipped in the bud, bruh, get off live. It's like, bruh, let me see that phone. Straight up. Like, we live in a day and age where people, the wrong people have power. And I respect all kinds, and I respect that, I listen to my children. My children can voice their opinions about pretty much everything. But as a parent, you know, not questioning T.I.'s parenting, I'm saying the power of social media gives children power that they don't necessarily need.
Right.
And people
And
in general.
me analyzing this situation as we're talking, as it's transferring into it being a little touchy. Hey, hold on, baby. Hold on. Hey, partner, hold on real quick. Hey, cut that goddamn phone off. Now let's talk. Cause I feel like you doing it for that camera rather than you ain't listening to me. You see what I'm saying? Then that spurs into other different things. As a parent, as an adult, your awareness is kind of higher than a 17, 18, 22-year-old child that I'm like, bro, everything ain't for family business, ain't for everybody.
Can I ask you this question? Have you ever had a situation like this with your dad? And also, have you had a situation like this with your son?
Never.
And so that's the other question I have is like, why is this happening, right? Like, you know, I think that we can do a phenomenal job with our children and they're still going to be their own people and they can make mistakes, right? But this is, it's disturbing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, T.I. loves his kids. You know, everything that we've seen over the last 20 years or whatnot, he's been in his kids' life. But it's like, what happened here? That's the real question for me is like, what happened here? Because I've had some moments with my pops. I ain't going to lie. No, I had some moments with my pops. But I've always, like, you know, growing up, I've always feared my dad, had a nice level of fear for my pops. And when I got older, you know, my dad wasn't the best example. And so when I start seeing, like, that's not what a man is, I start challenging him on that. So that's where, you know, it got a little iffy for us. But I can't see my son ever trying me like that. I can see my son trying me, but right away he going to be put back in his place. Like,
But for two people that do have the opportunity to give their children the silver spoon, so to speak, like, how do you balance that and then them knowing that they are blessed enough to have this silver spoon, right?
There's a story of mine where I was one of my favorite coaches in my career. One of them is Coach Shula, Mike Shula. And he was one of the main reasons why I went back to Auburn to graduate post leaving college, going back to college as a full-time student. And one of the things that he said, he was like, man, somebody was teasing him at practice. It was like, Coach, man, you was raised with a silver spoon. You know, you the son of Don Shula. Like, Miami, everything. He sit back, took a pause. He was like, yeah, I was who your kids are going to be. You see what I'm saying? And when you put it in that retrospect where it's like, I think a lot of children are delusional to have versus have not, because T.I., Tiny, has done such a great job with being a provider, but also you're thinking about a guy who all his life he's been in front of a camera. Because they had the show. The show.
Yeah. Family Hustle.
Family Hustle was in essence, some ways, like Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
For sure.
You know, in the black
yeah, we
community.
loved it.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you look at a kid like this, is he a bad kid? Absolutely. We've seen. Oh, is he a bad kid? No, absolutely not. But when you see certain situations happen in the public, like the situation with him at Waffle House.
Oh yeah.
Like, these are father-son moments where T.I. handled that beautifully, where he made a public statement and was like, yo, he's still a child, and it's still going to take time to you know, prepare and mold and let him know, like, yo, bro, you're not normal, bro. You see what I'm saying? Everybody knows who you are. It doesn't matter if you save a cat from a tree or you slap somebody at the club, and you may have very well be the victim. But I had a moment with my son, you know, Jaden, the oldest, and he got feisty with me. And that was where, like, you remove all distractions of, hey, y'all boys, cool, y'all go upstairs. You know, even Jack upstairs. It's just me and you. Now keep that same energy when it's just me and you.
Right.
Let's see how we're gonna rock and roll. And no physical thing was done. It's just, I want you to talk to me like you got all this air in your chest, and we're gonna get nose to nose, right? In the lion's kingdom, the king of the jungle must someday come to a dethroning, so to speak. And in order to dethrone, you have to beat him. You have to whoop him, right? In my household, until that day comes, that's why I'm still working out.
Right.
It's gonna be a cold.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be icicles in hell before I just sit up here and lie down and allow my sons to just walk over me, and they know that. That's right. So with that being said, it's nothing more than just coming to an understanding and say, son, listen, hey, look at me. This is how I'm raising you. And when you talk to them with that conviction, like, I'm not playing with you, bro. It's so essential for boys, young men, to have that father figure in their lives. Some do, some don't.
Yep.
But you be very assertive with your parenting, where even when they don't see certain things, it's like, man, daddy, why I gotta drive this? Like, listen, motherfucker, shit. Can I afford a Bentley? Yeah. Do I have a Bentley? Yeah. Do I have a Rolls Royce? Yeah. You think I'm about to give you a damn Hellcat at 17? Let's be for real. Because I see things that you don't see.
Yeah, right.
My favorite thing, I ask my son and say, hey, yo, I've been 17 before, but you ain't been 34.
Yeah, right. That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good.
My father used to always just throw just a little quick little boom, like, damn, like, yeah, you're right, you do got a point. You know what I'm saying? And when you communicate like that with your children, that's when they understand, like, hold on, bro, let me press stop real quick, because this ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's still a learning curve for everything. And I think oftentimes, especially in parenting, it's okay to say that you don't have the answer.
Mm-hmm.
These things we're figuring out in real time at the same time.
That's right.
And I think we're seeing it, full and live and direct with that family. So.
Right. I mean, I'll answer quickly. For me, I drop my kids off in the hood. It's the best way. Take them to my sister's crib. Go to Auntie London's crib. She gonna get you right. They come back. They know all the rap songs. You gotta have a balance. You gotta have a balance. What am I doing? 17,000 square feet, 12,000 under air, silver spoon. They got diamonds on them. What are you talking about? No, he gonna go over there to Miramar, and then even when we was in Atlanta, Decatur. Okay, you over there, have a good time. Yeah, they coming back. We gotta retrain them. It's a good balance.
Yeah, for sure. Is that man? Look, there's a saying. I'm full of sayings today, but for my children, especially my boys, it's better to say whoa, 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 than sick 'em. You know what I'm saying? Because Jazz no. I like dogs.
You're right. Yeah.
Like, it's so as she's pregnant right now, it's like, it's so masculine in my household, where it's like, bro, like, it's daddy, boom, and then they'll boom, and then it's just boom. Downstairs in the playroom, it's just a Royal Rumble.
Anything but a playroom.
Man, I see the TV just like this in my playroom, bro. Went down there the other night to cut off all the lights, because when they come up, they just leave everything on, fan running, everything. The TV screen is obliterated.
Were you hot?
Nah, it was just like, we ain't getting a new TV, but they done threw the ball at the screen, done busted that's boys.
That's right. That's right.
But they already know, look, hey, what you said on Funky Friday, hey, that bitch ass shit. Nah, we ain't doing that. And they already know. It's one of those eye contacts where it's like, hey, come on, man. Come on, we ain't doing that.
Right.
Now talk to me.
So it sounds like you just said y'all having another boy? You having a boy?
Man, we don't know yet.
Well, it sounded like it was what you said.
No, I said it's a lot of masculinity in that house.
Yeah, but what you said before that, though. Do y'all know what y'all having?
No, we do not. That's what I'm sitting up here trying to tell you.
You trying to get some breaking news.
Trying to get some
Yeah.
Like real talk. We don't necessarily know. Do you know? Right hand to God, do you know?
She said she don't.
You have a feeling? What it feel like?
She said it feels like a girl.
Feels like a girl. Do we have a name for a girl? If it was a girl, what would the name be? If it's a boy, what's a boy?
I get naming rights.
You get naming rights? Oh, okay.
Yeah. We got both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
It's compromising a relationship.
There you
know
go.
What I'm saying?
I like it.
It's okay. It's good that they didn't. Because everything ain't for the camera. Next clip, questionable call. Let's get into it.
Whoa.
Oh, that's what you about to do. That's what you about to do. Man, he look like a damn a Tetris block.
Bruh, mad though.
Spartan! You know what I'm
He look at the
saying?
smile. You see a smile. He try to hit him with a smile.
Hey, it's hard though. I ain't gonna count like that. Big Fred, he better not wash his face. He better not wash his hair. And that Beijing, it's gonna be tough.
Have you ever got a bad haircut before?
Duh, by my mama.
No.
My mama used to cut my hair.
Swear.
Big swear, super swear, pinky swear, all the swear.
Did she gap you or your line wasn't lining?
Yeah, my mom, and she laughed at me too. She said, "Boy, that ain't that bad." You know, it's like, Mom, stop, Mom. You know, that was one of those things. Like, man, my mom was so goofy, and like when you get old, you just be like, man. And she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. Come on," like it was like, Mom.
Can't say what you want to say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but even like, so obviously you can't see now. I have a calic in my hair, right? Like, which means like some of your hair goes against the grain. And for the longest, I was like, yo, how can I cure a calic? This is me at the age of 8 through 13. I'm like, yo, how do you cure a calic? So I was like, yo, I'm just gonna go bald and then try to have my hair grain go again. Like I was gonna start brushing it up. Well, my mom cut my hair, and I was like, Mom, no, no. And she got me, bro.
She messed you up.
She got me.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Cowlick. I never knew you had a cowlick.
You'll never know either.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I never had a bad hair day or had bad haircut.
Oh, really?
No.
Who used to cut your hair growing up?
So I went to the barbershop, but there was a phase when my pops would cut me up. He used to do a good job. But once time, this is not a bad haircut. It was like a bad hairstyle.
Hey, I got some.
I had a basketball in my head right here.
I used to do the colors.
I did
designs?
colors.
The
I did
zigzag?
Dennis Rodman. I did that for a little bit, like dyed my hair when I was like in middle school hooping. I did that, but I had a basketball.
I'ma
Literally,
fuck
my
'em
dad
up with
put a
this one, bro.
basketball in my head,
Give me some of that.
and I was
magenta.
like, we could have held that. Yeah.
Listen, culturally, right? A lot of people don't know this. This has nothing to do with sexism. This has nothing to do with prejudiceness. How many women have ever done your hair or did your gave you a shape up, like line up?
Yeah, I've probably had my barber here, Reese Cuts. She did my hair for 3 years.
She gave you a line up too?
Everything. She's the best in Chicago. And then in Atlanta, my mom had a barbershop in Stone Mountain, Big Boys. And so we had a lady hairstylist there, and she cut me up a couple times, and I loved it. It was like,
Okay.
yeah, it was like,
Check this out.
She was cute too. I was like, yo, keep me.
Breland, how many times has a woman ever did your hair? Like line up. Peggy.
Bro, I'm struggling. I might need a woman right now to help me. But nah,
Watch this.
none.
DJ.
My wife do it all the time.
Your wife do your hair?
Your wife cut your hair?
Waldo.
Never had a woman.
Never. Now watch this. Brendan.
Yep.
How many times have a woman ever did your hair? But like when you go to Supercuts.
I used to go to Supercuts when I was a kid because my dad.
My man.
Yeah, Supercuts and the woman used to take smoke breaks during my hair.
No way. She's a Papa Cig.
A little Marlboro special.
Yeah. But it hit me one day. I was getting prepared for a commercial, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna take you back to hair and makeup. And then like she was doing the makeup and then blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden she's at I said, whoa, no, what you doing? This ain't Supercuts, baby. This ain't
different grade
this
of hair.
a different grade, baby. You can't hell nah, fuck that. But I realized it was like, yo, I do men's hair all the time, and we had a conversation. I was like, I've never got my hair cut like a lineup by a woman ever in my life.
Wow. But I think our barbershops though in the black community, it's like
Dominant.
the men's
It's a lot of
sanctuary.
alpha,
it's like you talk about so
energy.
much.
Yeah.
You sit in a chair and you get so much game from men. The hustle man coming in the shop, the old dude that's just talking game.
Okay, now I ask this question, El Bianca. How many straight men has ever done your hair?
None.
Right? Sweetheart?
0.
Jazz? One straight man. And who the fuck was you? I'm fucking with you. Right? But that is like, usually when you see a male in a beautician or a salon, he's gay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like a thing. So it goes both hands. It's just not like a man, like I have never let a woman touch my hair, like I'm against it. It's like, no, it's just a thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So there we go. So here we go. Third down. This is Cam approved, or as I would like to call it, Boogie approved. Now, B Marsh, just to preface this is like fashion. This is like, something that's done that we see on a clip, and then you just give your 2 cents of do you approve of it or you don't approve of it.
Okay.
All right.
I bet.
Here we go.
Who we got? Jalen Johnson with the Bears.
On the right, I disapprove. Like I love the effort. I love the creativity, but I just don't like the pattern on the jacket is off, and then he didn't match the bag.
Yes.
With the the wardrobe. So like you got to see it all the way through. Our buddy on the left hand side, on the other side, I like that. I like that for him.
Yeah, I think the Liberace-esque kind of inspired suit. It's not a no for me. It's just like, yo, bro, you got to understand it's more to it than the accessories being your chain. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have spent a little bit more time with glasses selection. It looks country a little bit. Everybody in the league is a 95, 97% chance that everybody owns that type of Louis Vuitton briefcase that you only can fit a sweatpants and 2 socks in. It's just the aesthetic. And then it's a fuck no for the actual shoes being
the Pradas.
Yeah.
With the black socks.
Bro. Like one of those, like I feel the bell bottoms, more of the bell bottoms.
I like the bell bottoms. I like the red. I just
it's
change
just
the bag and change the jacket.
Yeah.
And you right where you need to be.
Yeah.
He was close. He was close.
Yeah, and maybe the tailor got to cut it in a little bit more too. I think that's
in the jacket.
Yeah.
It looked like it's off the.
It's giving
no
a belt.
I ain't gonna go that far.
Made suit or Steve Harvey suit just a little bit.
Right.
Men's Warehouse.
Y'all gotta understand this. The bag is a big deal. You got to come with
Details.
it. Yeah.
Details.
When did y'all start adding a bag to your ensemble though?
If I could do without it, I wouldn't do the bag. I'm more of a tie, lapel pin, pocket square, glasses. You see me with the glasses ring, all that. Obviously the Mashika hats. Make sure you take this time to go on mashikahats.com to get you your hat.
Still waiting on my hat from when we did I Am Athlete.
You never got
you
your
took my measurements, bro. I swear you did. You took my measurements.
That's cool. When we go I Am Iconic Live Tour in LA, you're going to get one created.
Okay, it's going to fit over my dreads?
Everything. Okay, hello.
Cool. It's almost like your hair and your head shaped to a hat now because you wear hats every day. You hit Cam at 8 in the morning. He got a hat on. I didn't know this was a thing.
You go to sleep.
I hit him up. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Let's talk about this tour. You got a bow tie on. It's 8 in the morning. What are we doing on a Tuesday? Like, what is going on?
Look, bro, it is, bro. I pack all my clothes the night before or prep my clothes the night before. I know what I'm wearing from my belt, from my socks to my shoes to everything. It was something that was instilled in me by my father, because I'm not a morning person.
Right.
I'm a.
So you're gonna be efficient.
Not shake head in the morning. So I can wake up and go, but I'm not a talker. So boom.
I noticed that this morning.
Let's go. Next clip.
Yeah, OBJ. I don't know what y'all think. Got the rock star vibes.
Yeah, keep it simple. Let me see the shoes. Hold on.
It look like those Bottegas. Is those Bottegas or those? What is that? Rick Owens.
Okay, let me tell you what I would have did a little different. That wallet chain, I would have had that show more. But that was just the selection of the actual jacket. But the jacket is fire. Shirt selection's fire. It's just I would have wanted to see more details, more approve. I mean, that's
okay. I love all of this. Why we sound like we on E Entertainment? What's that show called? Like we like I love all of this. Like, what is going on right now? What you got me doing? No, I love this. Like OBJ this year, you can see that he's like stepping into. He's maturing.
Yeah, he's growing.
You can see it and you can feel it. So I love this. Everything's a hit. If I had to be picky, the chain. Maybe you go rock star more. I don't know if it's like the diamonds. Like I feel like you could have went more what's the name of the brand? Chrome Heart type vibe on the chain.
Yeah.
And then also I had this idea for 2 years. I'm gonna say this publicly that now I have to do it. So I talked about the bags being a thing. The water bottle is a thing. Like I have a vision of coming in. Now you put the leather around the water bottles because we're all carrying the gallons, and now that's part of the whole vibe.
That's part of the experience.
Yeah.
too.
So he that was a fail right there with the water bottle.
It could have been stuffed in the bag, so we don't even see that. Yeah,
Correct.
I see.
But I think it could be an accessory moving forward because we all trying to hydrate. Like I would jump off the bus. Equipment managers, you carry my bag because I ain't getting paid by that brand yet.
Yeah.
And then boom, I might have my water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a statement piece.
Gotcha.
You know?
Here we go. Next clip.
Jeremiah.
Love.
Owusu.
Yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Now the jury. Okay. Now I love that. At least everything matched though. Man, that damn bicep looked like motherfucker. You don't want this though.
Yeah, right.
That right hook looked vicious, similar to mine, but
Right.
He committed though.
yeah, he did. Definitely did.
Is he a baller?
Yeah.
He plays well?
It don't matter.
It does matter.
That's a statement for my people right there.
Yeah, and I love this. He does this every single week, and I think he needs to stay in his pocket. Like I love what he's doing.
What I would love, like he's doing it visually by bringing people into his world.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for him to also bring people in his world by explaining the fit, because we don't necessarily know.
Right.
I did it before by wearing a shrine hat, right?
Yep, I remember that.
But you know the different symbols on the hat. Then you got the elephant. There's 2 elephant chains right here, and then what are those symbols significant to?
Right.
And can't forget the sandals too.
Real quick question, just to piggyback off the sandals. Is the pedicure manicure a part of the aesthetic?
Yes.
That's a big thing. People might forget.
Especially if you got your toes out.
Yeah. Man, my girl put me on this. Like, and I don't give a damn if she's sitting right here too. Like, I never cared about, like, I would do it once a week just for the feeling of getting my feet.
The
massage. Yeah,
love
man.
that. Give me 30
I had a
extra
Cambodian queen in Charlotte, man. Sam was her name. And bro, it was like an hour session. She would just get, and this was all going through my foot situation, so we get my foot right. But keeping your nails neutered, like, is essential. But I'm not a gloss guy. A lot of people
You
do
a buff guy?
Not a buff guy either. I'm just boom. I just cut them, keep them clean. So when I'm making my point, you see the little plain Jane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pinky ring just there, just for the aesthetic.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
How you feel about these little dots I've been rocking? You okay with that?
Bro, that's you. You know, Alasanya.
Yeah.
That guy, I seen him get prepared for a fight one time, and I was like, yo, does he have a French tip going on?
Oh, he had a French tip.
Yeah, it was hard though.
Well,
but my thing is, like, if you're gonna do it, bro, this my rule with pedicures and manicures, especially for females. If one is off, all of them is off.
Yeah, fact.
If one of
Facts.
them is chipped, all of them off.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to keep that finger tucked or keep those toes or just like, like it's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's easy. Like one nail gets broken, just start taking off all of them or run to the nearest nail salon. Here we go, 4th down, wholesome moment of the week, or as we like to call it, the One Love Award. And this is the humanistic side of the sport that we all love. What we got?
We got Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. I use her cake mix.
Get out of here.
Is it good? Well, obviously, if you're using it.
Yeah.
So this is the performance, but this is the One Love Award because we have a serious fan that was locked in. This is what he was thankful for.
Who is Pops? Make it make sense.
Like Jerry Jones.
So she performed, and just randomly, like you had a dude from her era that was super happy, super thankful, and locked in on watching. So that's kind of like the One Love Award. And she's 77 really doing this. So it's just like a One Love Award for her performing and still having fans after all that time.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Like that man, like that was a moment for him. Just think about when we 77, you 80. What artist would you be in awe of seeing them perform at the Atlanta Falcons New Orleans Saints game?
Sexy Red.
Is he in the club?
Sexy Red at 82.
Right.
But then now, hey, look, First off, if they're the same age, they don't look the same age. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like Dolly, she looks like she could go for 60.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could tell her choreography ain't there. She just kicking that toe or they kicking that boot. That's all she got. You know what I'm saying? Kick. Then they do like what that age is supposed to look like. Oh boy, cool. That's what's up. You know. So when you say the appreciation comes from being a real fan of that art.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
That's right.
And it not, dying off.
It's memory lane. It's reminiscing, man. Those are the moments.
Who would you want to see?
See, like I would have loved to see Whitney. You know, I'm Amy Winehouse. You know what I mean? Like, man, I like that soulful. Like they touch you. Why you laughing, bruh? What? What's on your mind?
You got some Ashika Cap going on?
You don't think so? You don't think I'm into that?
Come on, bro.
Just say it.
No, I don't.
So what you think I was gonna say? Lil Baby?
No.
Where you thought I was gonna go with it?
But not Amy Winehouse. I've been around you for like 2 months, and I've never heard a Amy Winehouse song come from your selection while we've been driving in the car or just hanging out.
So if you see it in my playlist,
it don't matter. That's a playlist, Tyrone.
I got her vinyl. How about this? I got her vinyl.
I do too. It was on Target for $17. All right, great.
I love Amy.
Listen, for the sake of the Wholesome award, for the Dallas Cowboy fans, man, you just love to see it. So much goes into just the preparation of each and every season, each and every game. But to bring people into your real life and realize that football brings so many different people together, from the performances to, just fan engagement. So, yeah, that's one level of work goes there. Okay. So, right now, here we are. We have a special guest here. And he needs your seat. Brandon Marshall, Brandon Bartholomew, Tyrone.
You're kicking me out.
Well, I'm not kicking you out.
You ain't got to leave.
Our guest is kicking you out.
Right.
So thank you, bro. Appreciate you. I hope you have fun. Woo, 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 woo. Crescendo.
Let's go.
Appreciate you, bro.
You didn't have to kick Brandon out.
Yeah.
Brandon and I have known each other for a decade.
Did y'all know each other or you knew of him?
So I was good friends with Jay Cutler. Brandon actually didn't go on the bachelor party that I was expecting to see him there, but we hung out at the wedding.
What?
Yeah. So we've known each other for a long time. And then we actually weirdly lived in the same neighborhood in New York as well.
So I present to some and introduce to others, Big Cat.
What's going on, Cam?
What's up, bro?
Thanks for coming to Barstool.
Man, thank you for having me.
Yes.
I just have one knock.
What?
I've never done a 4th&1 show without the smokes.
Oh, I know.
It's okay, bro.
You know what? Just do it. Just start smoking.
No,
I'll
bro.
figure it out later.
Bro, we're in the latter part of the show, which is Cam's Picks.
So this office is new, brand new, 3 weeks old.
I was gonna break it in, bro.
Yeah. Just do it. Light it up right now.
Watch out.
Figure it out.
No,
for a minute.
I don't even have it.
Okay.
I was very respectful to your request, and I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm big into relationships, big into partnerships. That's why we're here, City Winery, with Brandon Marshall, and just being able to expand the brand.
Yes,
yeah.
I love it. I
want to come back. I don't want you to just be like, yo, bro, fuck him. Like
we want you guys to come back. Yeah.
So what do we got?
We got picks. I don't gamble.
Me neither.
No, I actually gamble too much.
Yeah, I try not to.
You should. It's fun. It's
a
lot of fun. People ask me if what I would do if I retired. I would just gamble.
Do you think you could make a living?
No, God, no. No, I meant like I would have to retire. I'd have to figure out how much money I need to retire and then just lose all my money for the rest of my life.
But that's my question. How much money do you need that you would say in street terms you could flip? You know what I'm saying? Like if I give you $10,000 to start off in January of 2024, do you think by December 31st you would be in a good place or you would need more money?
I would think if you gave me $10,000 and you're like, make something of it gambling, January 1st you said?
Yes, sir.
Probably like, what time they play the Rose Bowl? Like 4 o'clock? So probably about 7 o'clock I'd be out of that money.
What?
Yeah, I would have lost that money by 7 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah.
So how much money would you necessarily need to be sustainable? Like, hey, I need this.
That's a good question. Yeah. I don't know. A lot.
Okay, let's ask this question then. how much money have you spent with bets? Or are you in the green with your bet?
No, I'm the worst gambler ever. I'm like, actually, it's documented in government records that I'm one of the worst gamblers ever. Because we used to have a deal with Penn where we were owned. I did a thing in the sports book called the Can't Lose Parlay, and then the regulators in Massachusetts had a problem with it, so they had to go to like a hearing, and our lawyer was like, Dan Katz is one of the worst gamblers ever. And that's literally documented. And they're like, the Can't Lose Parlay is a joke. It's not actually Can't Lose. So it's documented that I'm one of the worst ever.
So you're popping when people talk about you and they create rules or segments.
Yeah.
In that. So,
yeah, that's true.
Big cat.
Yeah, it's a big cat rule.
You made it, bro.
I'm the worst gambler ever. But I'm going to give you winners right now.
Hold up. Last week, I'm looking at my picks. Damn. The Lions, the Packers did their job.
I fell for it as well.
Bro.
Ruined Thanksgiving.
Bro, Love was dealing out there.
So I'm a Bears fan. I hate that the Packers might have a real quarterback in Jordan Love, but I have to admit they might have a real quarterback.
But it goes in ways like ebbs and flows. Like,
yeah, but he's young and they're all young and they're starting to come along later in the season. Like this is when you start playing real football, you guys know. Like after Thanksgiving, if a team starts to play well, it's like that's a real team.
Yeah. And you don't want to peak too soon.
Right.
So I took the bait. I was thinking Jared was going to pull it through. But what do you think about the fourth downs? Like they got none, right? It was like 0-4.
Yeah. Jared's in a little mini slump right now. I like going on fourth down. I think it's like my only problem with coaching is when a coach like will go for it on one fourth down and then not the other. Like, just be consistent one way or the other. Yeah. Like, this is your plan. Either you're going to let your defense win the game and punt every time, or you're going to be aggressive all game and be aggressive all game.
Yeah.
So just be consistent.
Well, I had the honor of playing for a coach who didn't mind going for it or two.
Who?
Ron Rivera.
Riverboat Ron. He's not Riverboat Ron anymore. He punted on 4th and 2 at the 40 on Thanksgiving Day.
It's the quarterback, bro.
He's analytic. That's true. You know what? That's actually a great point. Yeah. Obviously,
it's one of those situations where like I respect Ron as well as Belichick too, because those were two coaches that we would have meetings. It's like, coach, barring Jalen Hurts, I am the best short yardage quarterback ever. And like a quarterback like you, when I love it when you have a quarterback who's like, okay, even if you have a pass play, there's always a plan B with the feet, so that a fourth down, like if you get you out on space, like you can figure out a way to make the play. Yeah. I think that should be the coaching in regards to Justin Fields too, by the way.
I agree. We're gonna get into that on part of my take, but I agree. Yeah. I agree. Let him use his feet more. Yeah. Because they're trying to make him. It happens all the time in the NFL where it's like a guy shows flashes that he can make plays with his feet, and then it's like, but can he be a pocket passer? So now we're going to try to make him a pocket passer.
You don't need to be a pocket passer.
Just play ball.
You just need to be efficient.
Yeah, just play ball.
Yeah, for sure. So my takes last week, I chose the Lions over the Packers. That was my only loss. I chose the Cowboys as 10.5 points favorites over the Commanders. I won that one. Easy. And then 49ers at Seattle. They handled business. My overall record is 19-14.
Oh, that's good.
My week 12
against the spread. That's good.
My week 12 record was 2-1. So that's been kind of like me all year, like the middle of the road. I probably had like 1 or 2 weeks that I was undefeated.
I'm gonna bet every single pick you give me right now.
Okay, let's rock.
Okay.
All right. So Panthers at the Buccaneers.
Panthers are bad.
Yeah.
Panthers are really bad.
Yeah, but they're due though.
What?
What did you guys think about
David Tepper? Yeah.
David Tepper saying about
now you probably have a relationship with David Tepper, right?
I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay, all right, great.
No. I do-on't.
You do-on't.
Elaborate.
I do, but I don't.
You do, you don't. Okay, so I'll speak for myself.
Okay.
This has nothing. Cam's not speaking it. David Tepper strikes me as a guy who's very, very successful in life, made a ton of money, and then gets to the NFL and is like, I can just keep doing the same things that made me successful in this that will make me successful in NFL, and it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't correlate.
Micromanaging, like Frank Reich had to meet with David Tepper multiple times a week. That stuff is crazy. And the best owners in the NFL, figure out a way to say, let's
do you
hire
need?
the smart people
Right,
and let them do their job.
I think he got too analytical in a sport that's still it's still human.
Yeah, you still need. Yeah, the NFL is great because as much as analytics have become a part of it, at the end of the day, you still need the fast guy, the strong guy, and the guy who can like just run through people.
The meathead, the smart guy.
Yeah, right.
Is the kicker going through anything at home?
Give me freak athletes. Yeah. So what do you think about everything that's going on with them?
I think Tepper is really, knowing what I do know, he's hoping that he can land Bill Belichick. That will be that right there will be a win for David Tepper.
Okay, but does Bill Belichick see what David Tepper has done so far as Panthers owner and is like, why do I want to work for a guy who's going to micromanage
The
me?
thing that I know would be the enticing lure to it is because Tepper will give him everything that he would need. And also that will allow Belichick to say, you know what, things didn't work out of the
way,
Now I can show you I could do it somewhere else. But which is, I mean, I'm a baker. So they always say you got to flip the batter. Like, this is another flipping of the batter that he's done multiple times in this 5-year stint. Without stating the obvious, he should have never got rid of Steve Wilkes. A local person.
Yeah, who had them playing well last year at the end of the season. Like they were in games and there was a moment, whatever it was, I think like week 15 or something, they lost to the Bucks, but they were competing for the NFC South.
But with that roster though, and Steve will never say it, they didn't have a good roster. And to be able to compete, majority of the games in the NFL is decided by, you know, 1 possession games, maybe 2, right? If you get a 3 possession game, like a blowout, it's like, whatever.
Water.
But at the same time, when you look at it through the lens of coaching, I think Tepper has not found out during my time there, first time there, was like the importance of continuity in the locker room. He flushed the toilet. Got rid of, you know, a lot of key guys, the Ryan Khalils, myself, TD, and Luke was just already, you know, one of those guys who's like, for health reasons, no. And when you're expecting a guy who doesn't know the game off the field and his talent hasn't really produced anything on the field, it's hard. It's hard to run a locker room when you got guys that may be kind of getting distracted during the year where it's like, yo, hey, bro, it's third quarter. Let's lock in. Let's focus.
Yeah, the leaders, the silent leaders that you don't see if you're not in the locker room. Yeah, right. No, it's a good point.
And I don't think he valued that. And
culture.
It shows.
Right.
He does not have a culture there.
Right.
By no stretch of the imagination. And his presence is more so business rather than team.
Right. It's tough. Yeah, and now you're in a team in an NFL. And I the culture is a good point because I struggle with it because the Bears should probably lose for a better draft pick, but at some point you got to win games to change the culture.
Yeah.
And you have to like start going in the right direction.
Can we just shut this narrative off as far as people tanking? There's never a good time for a team to tank.
I would like the Panthers to keep tanking because the Bears have their pick. So if you want to do tanking for everyone else, that's fine. But or no tanking for everyone else. But yeah, I want the Panthers to tank.
Yeah, I think for Bryce's confidence going into the offseason, it's best that he kind of put games together that he feels like, especially going into the offseason, you're able to see yourself in a way where this is the first time. Think about this. This is the first time as a football player outside of high school that you have a real time to breathe.
Yeah.
In college, you got summer school, then you got, you know, summer conditioning.
To work on your game and
then
everything. Yeah.
You're still in that mode. Your rookie year's all season is the first time you could just say, okay, what am I going to do? I get to do nothing for a couple months, then get back into the rhythm of things for OTAs. So when he has that film, hopefully he'll have some film to look at and say, damn, this is where I was fucking up at. And he could see himself saying like, okay, I know what I did to make this play or this throw or this step up in the pocket or, certain things just for his confidence.
Yeah. All right, so what are you going to pick in this game?
I'm going with the Panthers.
I mean, I knew you were going to do that.
I'm going because they're past due. That's the only reason why I say that.
Are they?
They're past due.
They might just be bad.
They are, but they're still past due.
I'm going to take the Panthers, too, just because of 5.5.
Yeah.
Isn't there the theory, though, that, like, the game after the coach gets fired?
Yeah, the bounce back theory.
Yeah.
So Dave Tabor is their interim head coach. He actually coached one game for the Bears when Matt Nagy got COVID. But, yeah, I do think there is I do like that theory of, like, when a coach gets fired, everyone kind of looks around and they're like, fuck.
The
like,
Raiders.
Everyone's on the hot seat now. We got to go out and play well.
It's a lot of fuck it.
Yeah,
on.
so 5.5. I'll take the Panthers with you. All right.
I'm going with the 49ers.
I agree.
Yeah. 49ers are underdogs.
No, they're favorites.
They're favorites by 3 at the Eagles.
Yes,
too.
Which is crazy that the Eagles 10-1 are home underdogs.
I think that 49ers teams comes in and handle business where a lot of teams haven't. Like, we've seen Philly not play good football.
Yeah.
And they've been bailed out because they willed a win.
They make big plays.
Buffalo,
they have
we've seen it this week.
Yeah.
There was no way that they were supposed to win that game, but they found ways to win. But I think 49ers will be kind of locked in, parity, C-Mac, that defense. And I think the verdict is out as far as how to stop the brotherly shove by just being more efficient or aggressive on first and second downs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And if they're able to do that, then I think so.
I like the Niners just because of the revenge factor of the NFC Championship game last year. Like, I think the Niners really thought they were going to win that game. I think they think that they're the better team, so they get a little extra juice going into this game where it might be just another game. It's not just another game for the Eagles. I also think the Eagles have had, and you may say this is crazy, but the emotional swings for them, like they go Chiefs, big comeback, Monday Night Football, Bills game where they play overtime. I think their defense might have had like 100 snaps. There's going to be a flat point at some point, right?
An exposed game.
Right.
Every team has it where it's just like, okay, we just got flat out beat.
It wasn't our day. Yeah,
it wasn't our day.
Yeah.
All right. Lastly, Broncos at Texans. Broncos hot right now. They're positioning.
This game is going to matter for the playoffs because whoever loses this game is going to be in a uphill battle. I'm going to take the Texans, and I might change my pick later just so everyone knows. It's 3.5. Texans minus 3.5. When does this podcast come out? All right, I have the right to change my pick when I do all my gambling shows later on this week.
But
right now I'm thinking Texans.
Yeah, I'm going Texans too.
I mean, I'm going to bet whatever you tell me to bet.
No, listen, I'm going Texans. I'm going Panthers, 49ers, Texans.
Right,
and
so
the reason why I'm doing Texans is CJ Stroud will keep getting more and more and more confidence. And not only just internal confidence with himself, he feels like he's playing like he belongs.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen that by Bryce yet. Right?
Yeah.
When CJ or any player feels like, oh, I belong here, and a team rallies around it, not only that, then the outer sphere, media, fan support, people, now you're seeing that whole different shift in the Texans' ticket sales.
Yeah.
And I looked
it was loud there for the Jaguars game.
Yeah, I looked at the game and the Jaguars. I was like, yo, this looks sold out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. And CJ Stroud, like just watching him in the pocket, he's so comfortable. He's seeing everything. So yeah, we'll go Texans together. I'm gonna bet all these.
Yeah. Do I get a cut?
Do you pay me back if we lose?
I could.
Okay, so then yeah, you could get a cut, but it has to work both ways.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you were to win $1 million off of a $10
parlay
that I gave you, how much money am I owed?
If you gave me a $1 million or so $10 parlay and won $1 million, I'd probably cut you off $100K.
Really?
Yeah. That's pretty good. No?
It's everything.
But you could yeah. I mean that feels like a fair price.
It depends on who and what you are. I'll give somebody $250,000.
$250,000?
Yeah. But this is rich Cam talking. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This is not like
you wouldn't give Jimmy Clausen $250,000.
I definitely would
for that number.
No, not for the number, but if we won money together, if we won money together, I would definitely give Jimmy Clausen.
Okay, yeah, maybe. I mean, if we sat and watched the whole game together, and you said, "Hey, here's the bet,"
it's happening.
Yeah, maybe I'd go 50-50.
Yeah, not.
See,
50,
look, I just won up to you.
But
yeah, you know what? I'd give you $500K.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Even Pat McAfee probably give Aaron Rodgers $500.
Yeah, he does. What am I getting paid for this?
Yeah. But all in all, I think in regards to the picks for this week, I think the Panthers are due for a big win. I think the Eagles are due for a loss. Mm-hmm. And I do think the Texans are riding a wave that's undeniable for C.J. Stroud. So
okay. I like it.
The picks
win. The picks are in.
The picks in.
Thank you, Cam.
So with that being said, man, that's a wrap here at 4th&1. Catch me each and every week, each and every Wednesday. This show's obviously brought to you and powered by Iconic Saga. Special thanks goes out to the Barstool team just for the hospitality. Big Cat.
Yes.
Everybody here. It's a vibe.
It's fun.
Major vibe.
Yeah, and tune in. He'll be on Cam and Brandon will be on Pardon My Take on Friday.
And I just let you know, you guys inspired me.
Oh, I like that.
No, like real shit. But for motivational purposes, where were you 3 years ago?
3 years ago, we were in New York, still owned. Oh no, actually, we were just getting bought by another company. Yeah.
And then
10 years ago, I was working in real estate. Or 12 years ago, I was working in real estate in Chicago. Yeah. This is all a dream. It's been the biggest, craziest dream ever. Like, I have to pinch myself every day being like, this is my life. I get to watch sports, talk about sports, hang out with my friends every day. It's like, I mean, it's a dream. You saw The Office. It's crazy.
It. But when did you get it? When it was like, oh, bro, this is a thing now.
Yeah, I think it was probably around like 2015 when it was like, okay, this is actually, it switched from like, when I started, Dave, we had like probably 6-7 people, and it was always in the back of my head. I was like, all right, I'm going to do this blogging thing. It might not work out. I might have to get another job. And then around 2015, 2016, when we got bought the first time and Pardon My Take started, I was like, wait, this is like, I don't need a resume anymore. This is my career. Like, this is it. I'm all in. It's awesome.
Was it a clip or a time? Was there a clip or a time in sports that gave you guys the gasoline to be like, yo, I remember when this happened, that's when everything kind of took off?
I think when, because Dave's a big Patriots fan, I think Deflategate was like we sold a lot of T-shirts for Deflategate. And that was also like, he went to jail for Tom Brady. So, yeah, they protested at NFL headquarters. They went to jail. He actually, funny enough, the Super Bowl you were in 2015, we booked a house in San Francisco because he was so convinced the Patriots were going to be there, and they lost to the Broncos, and we still went, and he was so miserable that whole week. And that was probably right around the time where it was like, that was maybe the last time we went to Super Bowl where Dave had to book it out of his own pocket, and then everything started snowballing from there, and yeah.
We both were miserable for obvious reasons.
We had your guy, Greg Olson, on the bus, shirtless, after media day. I'll show you the clip of that on that Monday.
Fucking great.
We went down to San Jose.
Yeah. Bro, Big Cat, man. Appreciate you, dog.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Before we get out of here, I won't leave you hanging.
All right.
Before we get out of here, as we end things here, right? When I say all together, we're going to say one love.
One love. Okay,
all right?
I got it.
Now, you put one hand up in the air, one finger, one pinky, one thumb, all together.
One love. Did I do it?
You did it, baby.
Fuck yes. I felt so uncool doing
yes,
that.
sir.
One
there
love.
we go. And that's a wrap, man.